Gurubhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for coming today evening. I'll speak today on the topic of how the good can be the enemy of the best and also the friend of the best. So what do I mean here by the good and the best? So I'll take this class in three parts. First I will give a philosophical context about what we mean by good and best. Then I will talk briefly a story from the Ramayana along with some other scriptural incidents, and then we'll have a concluding part to bring it all together. And you can have questions after each of the three parts as well as at the end when we have time. So in general, life forces all of us to make choices. Sometimes the choices are small. Okay, today evening when I cook food at home, should I cook this item or that item? Or it can be sometimes a very big choice. Should I take this job or that job? Should I marry this person or that person? Should I stay in this country or immigrate to that country? Basically, during our life, constantly we have to make choices. And normally when we make choices, actually, what is the basis on which we make those choices? We all have a certain framework. So for example, we have certain priorities, certain purposes, based on which we choose. Okay, this is what I want to do in my life, and by doing this, if this can also be done, it's good. But if this can't be done, this is what I want to do. So if you are going, say, to meet someone, and along the way there is a fast food center or a food center where some attractive snacks are there. So now we want to eat that along the way. Now if there's a long queue over there and we have to wait for half an hour, 1 hour, you might say, not worth it. Forget it. But if we are just going for a leisurely tour and he is going for fun, okay, no point, I'll wait for some, no problem, I'll wait for some time. Okay. So basically when we make a choice, on what is the basis on which we make the choice? Usually it is not just how much we like it or we don't like it, but it is also how much this will influence that which is most important for me. So basically, there are whatever things we have in our life, there is a hierarchy of importance for them. So for example, we want to say, have food that tastes good. But at the same time, just the food that tastes good may not always be healthy. So you may have one item which tastes good, but then other items are which are healthy. So when we eat food, it is not just the food that tastes good. So tasting good is one value, but health is another value. And in this hierarchy, if the health is put at a very high level, and taste is not considered at all, then what happens? Eating becomes an austerity. So, like children have to be told, eat your broccolis. So now broccoli is like a symbol of a food that is healthy but not tasty. And you have to force somebody to eat it. So if there is no taste, but it's not delicious but only nutritious, then we don't feel much pleasure eating it. But it's only delicious and not nutritious. Then what happens? Then it'll be delicious for some time, but it can be vicious for our health in the long run. So basically, food that is delicious is good. But food that is nutritious is even better. And food that is delicious and nutritious is the best. So this is a hierarchy of values. Sometimes some people take some food which are actually neither delicious nor nutritious. Some people may take some food which is extremely spicy. When they eat it, tears come from their eyes. But then they feel stimulated by that. Now, it's not now for their particular body, it might be nutritious also, we don't know. But for most people, it may not be. So, just as in the food there is a hierarchy, and there can be good, better, and best. So, similarly, just as food is what we need in our life, broadly speaking, in our life, what is the purpose that we live for? And how does that purpose affect our various values in life? That is what we'll be discussing. So broadly speaking, there are three kinds of actions we could say. There is vikarma, there is karma, and there is akarma. Or another way to put it is pap, punya, and bhakti. So what does this mean? So pap or sin is action that might be pleasant right now, but it has terrible consequences. So it is action which when we don't consider the consequences at all. It's as somebody steps down from a 10-story building. Steps out. Now they may forget gravity, but gravity won't forget them. They'll come crashing down. So what happens is that when we are in the lower modes, and our consciousness is not at all clear, then we don't even think of what I'm doing. So punya, so papa is like, there might be very little immediate pleasure, but there's a lot of trouble that comes out of it. Now punya, on the other hand, is where we do something material to get something better material. So for we do means we sacrifice something materially to get something better materially. In fact, this is one of the most significant differences between humans and animals. That, what are the four activities common to humans and animals?
Eating,
yeah, eating, sleep. These are four common things. And now these, at one level, are required. For the existence and for the continuance of the existence, these activities are required. But what is the difference between the two of them? Between humans and animals, what are the activities that is different?
intelligence.
Consciousness.
Realize
They have the human beings.
Speech, consciousness, what did you
They
say?
can do bhakti. The animals cannot do bhakti.
They can do bhakti, animals can't do bhakti. Yes.
And also they can feel what is the human beings can feel what is right and what is wrong.
What is right and what is wrong? Yes. Choice. That's true.
Intelligence is
Intelligence. Yeah, all these are pointing in the direction. Let's look at it first from maybe a scientific perspective, then we'll come to a more experiential and a scriptural perspective. See, all living beings have impulses. Impulses means, hey, I feel like doing something, I do it. So for example, a few days ago was Ekadashi. So now, we human beings might see delicious food, but it is Ekadashi, I won't eat it. Now if a cat sees a mouse, the cat can't think, oh, today is Ekadashi. If the impulse to eat comes, it will immediately eat. So basically, all living beings, just by being in a particular body, have impulses. Animals largely are slaves of their impulse. The impulse comes and they give in to it. Now when the impulse comes, it's not necessarily that they're unintelligent. They might also use their intelligence to fulfill their impulse. So for example, if a tiger wants to catch a deer, and the deer is here, the tiger is here, the wind is flowing this way. And the tiger knows the deer will smell me. The tiger may go all the way around and then attack from the other side. So in a sense, the intelligence is there. So when we say somebody is impulsive, that doesn't mean that they lack intelligence. It just means that the impulse is fulfilled intelligently. The intelligence is not used to evaluate the impulse. The intelligence is used to fulfill the impulse. So intelligence, in one sense, all living beings have. But the intelligence to check the impulse. Check can be used in two senses. Check means, is this worth fulfilling? And I'm getting this impulse, but I'll stop it. So that intelligence animals don't have. So what is a choice or conscience? That's also correct in that sense. That means we might get an urge to do something, but if our intelligence is strong, then although the impulse comes, we can evaluate the impulse. And we can say, I don't want to fulfill this impulse. And this, at its fullest extent, is directed towards spirituality. So by this capacity to check impulse, we can look beyond short-term things to long-term things. So for example, we human beings spend a lot of time educating our next generation. No other species spends so much time. There's education that is given all species. But it is very functional kind of education. But we human beings spend a lot of time educating our children, because by this, the whole idea of education at one level is to see beyond the immediate, to see the long term. The whole principle of education is a child can just play, or even a child can start working and earn something, or not a child, maybe a youth, a teenager can also work, take a job and earn something. But what they're doing when they're educating is, studies might not be enjoyable for everyone, but they are at least guided by the parents and by the development of their own intelligence. In a sense, they are trading the present for the future. The present, whatever enjoyment I might get, I will sacrifice that so that I can get more in the future. So this capacity to restrain our impulses and look for something in the future, to see the long term, that is a human capacity. In fact, every field